So perfect trade in pound USD yesterday, Aussie USD yesterday. I would say perfect entry, Euro Aussie. All right. So we are going to discuss all those things, and today's live trading room gonna be slightly different. We are going to discuss a few monthly and weekly charts, and we know that we are going to have later today ADP, so something like pre-NFP, which could show the direction for US dollar, right? Then tomorrow ECB, of course. Guys, Frankfurt was trying to sell the dollar. Let's see how the London will react right now. All right. Let's have a look. Before we start, quick risk warning. FX Advisor or our services, live trading room as well. All of them have educational purpose only. Trading FX on margin carries a high level of risk and may not be suitable for all investors. You can sustain a loss of some or even more than your initial investment. So please do not invest the money that you cannot afford to lose. So basically that's our risk warning. So let's start quickly with possible intraday action. All right, and I would like to start with Aussie USD. Of course, it's all about, depends on the time frame, but it's all about where we are going to be within the next 12 minutes. All right, looks like weak retail sales provide the pressure for longs, but now beginning of the European session and bulls trying to recover. So if that was the range, all right, and if that is the false break here, so we should get back toward the top of the range again here, all right? So I would go for I don't know, 5-minute chart. And if we are going to close at the top of the hour, next 10 minutes, if we are going to close back into that range, then I would look for buying opportunity with very tight stop, right? So let's have a look. I would like to try to buy somewhere around here or here, and that should be the stop, all right? If that range holds, we should have some this type of the move, and the target is around 87.40, 87.50 on Aussie USD. We will try to monitor Aussie, right? If we are talking about the Aussie, so let's have a look where we are in regards to our Euro Aussie trade. We took partial profit already. Morning we send out the information, right? We also mentioned that if the breakout is, if that's the real breakout, right? So we should see higher levels. Of course, right now our stop is at entry level, and there's the huge possibility, because that's the weekly chart, that we may not survive with our long. But if that's okay, if this breakout here is correct, right? So using the simple possible measure, we've got 150, 151 as a target. So that's why even we had 1, 2, 3 risk reward ratio already at the morning, we decided to take partial profit, and we are targeting around 150. One can argue that, okay, ECB tomorrow. Okay, guys, let's wait and see. I'm not sure, but everything can happen before the ECB, right? We may be around 47 today, so we may try up our stop. It could be that we are going to see the pullback. All right. Then 30 to 50, 30, 50. That could be the levels based on the weekly chart for us. As of now, quite good entry with very, very tight stop. Nice Tokyo session. Let's try to continue. All right. It looks slightly different. It looks slightly different on hourly chart. Right? It looks so. If you are bearish, if you are Euro bear, so today morning you've had a beautiful selling opportunity, intraday selling opportunity, based on our Riley base drop formation. All right. The only thing is here, if we are going to try to measure 25 pips, we have to trade for 75. So towards 44.90. And the problem is the place where markets showed the weakness last time, so the place where we may find some buyers, all right, it's about 60 pips. So there, it's not pure 1, 2, 3 risk reward ratio, right? So that wouldn't be great trade from my perspective. Okay, because here is the place where market showed the weakness last time, means that we took the potential demand. We were waiting a bit lower with our buying orders. We are waiting here on this height, just below the weekly support. We are waiting here in the, within this high demand zone on hourly chart, right? So that's why that was the smart buying. We have very tight stop. So that was the great opportunity which paid off nicely, right? Which paid off nicely. Also, one more thing here, because based on the euro-dollar chart, everyone is saying euro is weak, and it's gonna be even weaker. Okay, I would like to show you 3 charts or 4 charts. Last few days, that's the daily charts, right? So that's last few days, Euro Kiwi. Okay. Last few days, Euro Aussie. All right. One more. Not that weak, Euro versus Yen. So guys, euro is not that weak, I would say, as everyone trying to tell us that euro is extremely weak, blah 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 blah. Okay, it's very weak versus USD, but I would say it's because of the very, very strong dollar. Okay, it's because of very strong dollar. But we are going to discuss it. But we are approaching the Europe Open, and we have PMI day here in Europe today. Okay. Start with Spanish, then Italian, and next, final Euro, and half an hour later UK PMI. All right. So we have to focus. We have to focus on calendar today. Okay. So I've shown you intraday possible actions on Aussie USD, Euro USD. So let's have a look on gold. We are trying to buy yesterday. All right. Unfortunately, we were stopped out on time, a very tight stop. Okay. Then we have, yeah, that's where we've been stopped out. Then we had a rally. Now we have pullback. Ouch. Guys, as I mentioned, medium term, long term, looks like we are going to see much lower levels on gold, right? Most probably. But I mentioned, as we didn't close the month below 1,200, we've got a tiny chance to see some kind of the bounce right now in October. All right. I would say once we are going down and close below 1,200, all right, it's a different story if we will go down and we are going to see strong bounce. That could be useful from the bull's perspective, on the other hand. But closing below 1,200, we've got 1180. We've got around 1100 and 1040. So most probably closing below 1,200, the truth is we are going to see 1040, 1045 on gold. Right? That's the medium long-term perspective. In the short-term perspective, all right, intraday, this action looks good from my point of view. Short covering, pullback. Not everyone was long. Mostly there was a short covering. Now, we're trying to make higher high, lower low, higher high. Looks good from intraday perspective, all right? So even if you are trying to buy around this level with very tight stop and even targeting only 1220, it should be like 1, 2, 4 risk reward trade here with gold, all right? The thing is that I'm gonna skip, me personally, I'm gonna skip morning trades, just maybe tiny gold trade. And the reason is I would like to wait and see ADP, all right? The pre-NFP report. It could give us some hint what may happen Friday. Okay? Because guys, the thing is, from the technical perspective, technically speaking, dollar is we may say overbought, of course. In a medium term or even longer term, and we may start to call it the dollar is within the uptrend, right? But of course, we are not going straight one-way line to the upside. So, because what I'm saying usually, we have to have the scenario for bulls and for bulls and for bears, right? We have to easily adapt to the current environment, right? Because what we want to do is to use the current market action, current market fluctuations. We want to take the advantage and to trade a few pips here or a few pips there, right? With good risk-reward ratio. Mostly based on intraday price action. Okay. So, Aussie, guys, watch Aussie USD, all right, around this level, eventually around this level. O'Reilly based continuation, so we may see pullback here, higher prices, pullback here, and finally rally towards top of the range, right? So what I would do, I would try to buy if we are going to go lower on the first move higher with tight stop. You may try to do that two ways. With tight stop below this consolidation phase, or buy tiny here, add into the full position with tight stop here, or with tight stop here. That could be the case, right? It depends what kind of a trader you are, right? On the 5-minute chart, we're trying to make a break down out of this channel. So wait, and another option could be wait and see, and if we start to rise, try to create another channel and try to follow the channel as long as we are within the channel, right? So in that case, bottom of the channel every time that's demand. Okay. So there is a plenty of option in regards to Aussie USD. Okay, guys. Anyone took the trade based on intraday basis? It's good if you took it. I'm going to explain why. Nothing wrong if you didn't. There is a chance that we are going to see a retest of this level or even a bit lower, and that could be actually the low. Depends, of course, on ADP, but that could be the temporary low. Okay, so let's see. The thing is that there was the opportunity based on the channel on early chart, right? That was our magic 1, 2, 3. Okay, but it was so quick, so fast to make an update on the website. All right. Well, that was the opportunity to go long euro dollar, even to try to position yourself towards the ECB tomorrow. Right? I would say that because of the PMI in Europe, we may see the pullback. There is a nice demand zone on 15-minute chart, and we may see eventually the rally to the upside. That's from the bull's perspective. If you are a bear, All right. If you are a bear, so what you may want to trade, all right, what you may want to trade, the euro collapse if you want to trade. The thing how to join eventually euro collapse with, so it's a move from the, I would say, how to call it, that's the 45-degree channel, all right? That's the 45-degree channel. If you think that euro will collapse tomorrow, you may want to wait for confirmation. Let me make it a bit bigger. You may want to wait for confirmation that we are going to create the steep channel. So now, how you may want to approach it? All right. That's the low. Now, you may want to join on the move lower. Guys, just one second. I'm sorry. All right. So you may want to join the possible euro collapse if you think it's gonna happen. So you may want to create the very steep channel based on the breakdown here with this type of the steep. Oh wow. Okay, that's not that steep. That's not that steep. The consolidation here is too long, looks like. But anyway, breaking this level, you may want to see this type of the channel. So as long on the break of this bottom here, you may see this type of the action, all right? And you may want to trade towards 2450. This could be the collapse, all right? So we already have two possible scenarios, right? That's the low. We may retest the, if you are looking to buy, we may retest this buying zone. Of course, the thing is, we didn't take any supply on this move here. We just bounced, trying to consolidate, right? So that's the risky game. That's the risky game. But from the bull perspective, if you are bull, you may want to see retest to try to join to the upside, or you may want to see the move within this new channel, and you may want to go long with the third approach of the new channel, or you may want to wait for stop hunting here, right, to hit again the channel I've shown you and to see the rally. Right? Why should anyone be Euro bull? The thing is that I would put huge question mark in regards to quantitative easing, and during Q1 trainings we were trying to discuss some arguments. I'm not sure, to be honest with you guys, I'm not sure how it looks from the legal perspective, right? But I believe that the Germans are going to be the big opponent. All right. So based on this question mark in regards to quantitative easing, you might be Euro bull. Now I would like to guys send you one very interesting link from Zero Hedge blog in regards to yesterday repo rates and in regards to what the real Fed intentions are. Go through this article. It's very, very useful. That could be the point number 2. Of course, that's not gonna work. Maybe not gonna work today, tomorrow, right? But that could be the thing as well here. Okay. So that could be the case if you are a bull. If you are a bear and you want to trade and you don't know how to trade the short side, I would like to eventually go short here and hope that we are going to create steep channel, and I would like to stay with tight stop within this steep channel. So it could be the same action as we seen yesterday, right? Strong sell-off, one-way ticket ahead of the ECB. So that could be the case if you are a bear. All right? Now, Aussie is doing not bad. It's doing well actually. Anyway, let's get back for a while to us that we have new month. It's good to check what's going on monthly, right? Monthly chart. And guys, I'm gonna add one line which has been tested already. Even zone. All right. So we are very close. But guys, do you remember? It was maybe 2-3 weeks ago. The worst thing is that really, for me personally, there wasn't quite good bounce on euro to join the sell side, right? But remember our discussion, 122 or below 120, and I told you that someone may tell me, Piotr, are you crazy? Guys, 2-3 weeks later, looks where we are. So I would say that could be, in a medium long term, that could be the target, right? Intraday, we discussed that we may have temporary bottom, right? And based on the technical stuff only, we may see the bounce towards the middle of those of this formation, towards 133. And again, someone may tell me, Piotr, are you crazy? No, I'm not, guys. In my opinion, the volatility is back to the market, and we may see those types of the moves. All right. Okay, that's PMI day. Let's have a look. Spanish PMI. It's what we are awaiting. And it's better. It's 52.6. Expectations was around 52.2, 52.3. Anyway, it's better. but as you can see, euro got the problem. To confirm that that was the better, right here. Actually, we are going lower. So guys, if you are looking for selling possibility, right, we may go as low as 5-minute chart. And if that's the case, right, to see where we are going to find the bottom, to see bounce, and if holds, then adjust the line and join the eventual move to the downside. Okay, that could be the case if you are euro dollar bear. Okay. Oops, sorry. We've had very nice short trade yesterday on pound USD, right? That was the really nice trade, and we get back into the selling area. All right. So if you believe we are going to see lower levels, so we are very close to the selling area. Okay, Riley, base, drop, we took out this demand and we get back to supply level, right? So you may try to short it. The thing is, the first support is very close. The thing is that first support is very close, around 61.60, the level we were targeting yesterday, and actually we didn't hit on the bid side, we hit 64, so we trailed our stop down, and we've been for the remaining 50% we had stop profit. All right, so that's the case here with the pound. Right. No, as I mentioned, as I mentioned, I'm not trading the morning session today, and as I explained you, I would like to see ADP number, which I believe could indicate future dollar move. So I'm gonna be patient. All right, I'm gonna be patient right now during the morning session. I would like to be patient and see, because I believe, guys, that could be very dangerous. But I think I would say that if we are going to get a weak number today, we may see there's some correction on the dollar. It's what I'm looking for in the medium term to join long side, right? But in short term we may see a correction, and I would like to join the sell side. Of course, I'm not gonna opposite and buy dollar, especially dollar yen, if the number is gonna be simply if we are going to see a good number, right? But I'm waiting for today's ADP, so I'm not the chasing market right now. Okay. Now so we discussed gold, we discussed Aussie USD, we discussed Euro Aussie. We discussed euro dollar as well, pound. Let's go and see another long. We hold remaining 50%, right? We are trading. The reason we closed half, it was to cover the first. As you remember, we traded euro pound twice yesterday. First we closed before the stop, and then we re-enter, the long based on this monthly possible demand zone. That's the third approach, right? That's the third approach. So if my thinking is correct, we may see the bounce. And if Mr. Draghi will fail to deliver tomorrow, we may see strong rally, and yeah, that could be the case eventually. But guys, that's the monthly chart. Watching the line, our stop is on entry. We took 50% profit. So we are staying long. I would say we are safe with this 50%. The same as we are safe with 50% Euro Aussie. All right. And in regards to Euro Aussie, let's get back for a while to Euro Aussie. That could be the case. Here we are trying to test the place where market showed the weakness yesterday. So we should hold this level. If not, that could be that at some point we are going to decide with to exit with profit. Right? Remember, we still 50% long. Okay. So that's how it looks. Of course, we are going to have, and we are going to cover as usual. It looks like it's almost our tradition. We are going to cover ECB tomorrow, so we can call it today's live trading room as pre-ECB. All right. And as I've shown you on the very beginning, as I've shown you euro crosses, few charts, euro, it's not that weak as many people think that it is. So yeah, that's in a short term. I'm not gonna be surprised. Not that I'm expecting huge bounce or something like this. Simply, I'm not gonna be surprised if we are going to see the bounce on euro USD, right? Especially as I've shown you on a daily and weekly chart, for example, Euro Aussie, where we have the breakout. So we have a breakout on a higher time frame, and we, as I've shown you, that it's possible that we may target 150 on Euro Aussie, right? So we have to be very careful, and selling euro, we have to have very great entry almost to the pip based on our analysis. Also, we have to remember about very tight stop in that case. Okay. There is no reason to sell euro dollar intraday with wide stop, because if we are going to see the counter rally, the right short covering, it could easily hurt us, and it's not what we are looking for. Okay, so let's get back to our Aussie USD to see where we are. So if that's the case, if we want to hold the we moved back into that range, so we should hold somewhere those levels, right? So wait, we should create similar channel and we should rise towards the top of the consolidation, top of the range, if that's the case, right? Now we started to talk about the pound, and as it's PMI day, so we are going to have PMI out of UK later today. So we are going to stay till that moment to see the market reaction, all right? Because similar to Euro Aussie, Pound Aussie looks good, all right? Looks like we have the flag. Of course, would be great to see some kind of the deeper pullback, but it could be that that's the one-way ticket to the moon. If that's the flag, so most probably I don't have enough space. Oh, 216 or higher. Yeah, I know. No one wants to believe me. But that could be the case, guys, easily. So here I'm looking to reason to buy. Also, pound cut, maybe not that clear, but looks like bulls wants to base on this daily chart here. Looks like bulls have plenty of space to eventually push prices higher. So yes, I'm looking for possibility to buy pound CAD, pound Aussie. All right. The thing is, guys, based on this big cable sell-off, based on the current euro sell-off, based on Kiwi sell-off, right? Look, guys, how market has changed again. If they want to move, they're moving without the pullback or bounce, without the giving the chance to the market, to rest of the market to join. Then you have to chase the prices. So simply we have to find few good places, and we have to be very careful. The same like with our buy order yesterday on Euro Aussie. We were buying within the high demand zone, right? We were not buying right at the weekly support. All right, we narrowing our potential loss. We were buying within the high demand zone. It's what happened here. Bam. Okay, and we are able to hold still 50% here. Let's switch to 5-minute chart, because yeah, guys, the channel has been created, looks like. All right. As I explain you, we hit the bottom, we run higher, and we are following. That could be the action, as long as we are within the channel. Then depends on the reaction when we are going out of the channel. We should cut the trade. If you want to sell euro, okay, then if it's out of the channel, you should cut immediately. Cause could be strong bounce, so you don't want to see it, so that's why you want to cut the trade as soon as we are out of the channel. Or We are out of the channel consolidation and we are creating new channel. So remember, every time the top of the channel line, top line is a supply line, supply level. Okay. All right, so now let's see a few yen charts. Basically, remember on Monday, late Monday, I put on the website the yen futures chart, right? And it's very, very interesting because we are very close to the breakout, but yeah, even dollar yen making higher high above 110, but the rest yen crosses were going down. All right, so yen as a future contract trying to hold the ground. And I would say again that basically the dollar yen direction depends on ADP and non-farm payrolls. So yes, let's start with Aussie yen, all right? And basically we've got two possible places where we may see Aussie yen. Based on this monthly chart, it's around 94 again. All right. We've got a last month low around 95.25, the level we tested yesterday or the day before, and we're trying to bounce. We get back today to that level. All right, we tested. Okay, so what happened yesterday? We found temporary bottom, demand. We move higher. We retested during the Tokyo session. So if you believe that we are going to see the higher prices over the next few days, most probably that's the place where you are looking to buy. All right, that's the place where you are looking to buy on a daily. That's the also last moment where the market show the weakness. So that's why we see this demand here. All right. And the bears are watching the falling trend line. So that's the line, that's the supply zone. All right. And that's how it looks. Let's switch to weekly for a second again. We are also testing the demand zone, the trend line again. Okay, another reason we hold this level. So, and as we made higher high, false break, and we may continue eventually to the upside if we are going to see further yen weakness. Now, similar story with pound yen, guys. the supply based on those levels here is taken out. Looks like we got the chance to go towards 200, 195, 200. All right. So that was the move. That was the move on the monthly chart. All right. That's the move. Now, the question, the answer is, if that was only stop hunting, we move out of the channel, all right, of the steep channel. We consolidate for 2 months. So if it's a get back to the bottom of the channel and we are going to see sell-off, so the bears got their argument, or we are starting to create even steeper channel to see quick move towards 195, 200. That's the argument for bulls. So let's switch to weekly. Looks like we saw counter attack, right? We saw supply in the market around 180. Then last week there was a consolidation, even more inside week. So purely based only on technical analysis, right? So move above could produce another rally, move below could produce deeper pullback. But I wouldn't be surprised to see this week another consolidation and then eventually continuation. And basically slightly better, bigger chances as that could be the follow the trend, have bulls, all right? But of course on a lower time frame, watch for 180 if there is any sign of supply, all right? And that's the daily. And on daily, we are again testing. It's a 4th day in a row, 5th day. Looks like 178.15. That's the quite important level, right? If we are going to see the strong PMI out of UK, I would be very careful with buying the breakout. I would like to see the breakout, then I would eventually wait for a pullback to join the long side, trying to narrow my stop, right? So trying to buy as low as possible, and trying to take partial profit, 1 to 3 ratio, risk-reward ratio, and I would leave the rest for eventual rally towards 195. Why not? Why not, guys? Very weak Swiss PMI, 50.4, expectations 52. But Euro Swiss is back below 120.60 towards 120.50. So here euro could be under pressure. Euro Swiss could, before the ECB tomorrow, we could see 120, maybe even closer to 120, 120.20, toward 120. All right. So be careful here. All right, guys. Within the next 4 minutes, we are going to have Italian PMI. So let's wait and see. In the meantime, as we are awaiting the numbers, let me show you USD CAD. But that's technical thing only. Guys, very weak GDP yesterday. So that's another point for bears on Canadian dollar. But anyway, the move is very close selling area based on the daily chart, right? Rayleigh base drop. We took the demand, right? So we are approaching this level. So that's gonna be very interesting, especially if we are going to hit this level around the ADP, and if ADP will come out weaker, then we may see some profit taking. So that's what I'm gonna watch afternoon. That's what I'm gonna watch today's afternoon. All right, and we've got some kind of the confirmation here on hourly. Look, guys, we may see some stop hunting, but that's our supply line, and yeah, we may see move back at least towards 111.20. So that could be very nice risk reward trade. Okay. Pound is a bit stronger. Gold is trying. The next level would be good to see. It's a move above 12.10. All right, that will be good as well. And we've got like 40 seconds to get another PMI. Then we are going to make short break, and then after the break we will wait for pound PMI. Okay. As I mentioned, there is no real reason to try to chase the market this morning, just to find few nice setups eventually to follow, and then wait for bigger fireworks around ADP number out of US. Okay. Okay. Italian PMI. It's better than expectations, and more important that the number get back above 50. It's 50.7. Expectations were around 49.4. So that could help euro here, right? That could help, but if you are trading short side, you are leaving once we are out of the channel, right? Because still this line, the top line of the channel, the top of the channel, that's the supply. So if you are bear, you believe we are going to see the crash on euro, you are selling the supply level, all right? If you are bull, you're also waiting for some pullback toward the yesterday low, or you want to see some top hunting below the low, hitting the bottom of the channel again with a quick reverse, and then you may join the long side, right? The important thing is, in regards to euro dollar, I would like to avoid any trades, any breakout trades, breakout to the upside, no breakdowns, breakouts. I would like to avoid any breakouts because every breakout can be easily faded. So that's the case here. All right, guys. So let's have a short break. I'll be back at 9, and then we will wait for pound PMI. All right. Okay, guys. Thanks. See you within 10 minutes. All right. Welcome back. So we've got our answer: a weaker German PMI. As expected, French PMI, and bears trying to push the prices lower. All right. So that's how our 5 minutes channel works. So if you are short, as we discussed it, I'm not short, so I don't want to tell you that, oh, great trade I take. As I mentioned, I'm waiting. But if you are short, as we discussed it, right? So you are short somewhere here. So you are plus 20, plus 25 right now. Your stop should be at the entry already, and watch the price action, and that's pretty much it, right now. If we are taking this 15-minute chart into the consideration, so we've got fall, base, Riley. So one may argue, as we discussed it, right, that we are approaching demand zone. So once we are gonna hit around 2580, and the bears may want to take partial profit here, or simply trail down your stop, and you may want to take partial profit around yesterday low, as bears may want to target the stops below yesterday low, right? So simply every few pips trial your stop down. Okay. We are awaiting now the UK PMI, and just to have the full picture, EU PMI is weaker than expectations, but still above 50. It's 50.3. Expectations was around 50.5. Okay. Now pound. as we discussed, we hit the supply zone, right? We hit the supply zone. I would go lower, right? And on the 5-minute chart, intraday, we can call it as, it's not the perfect one, right? The two tops are too close. But anyway, we moved lower. So even if you are short, as we discussed it, I wouldn't be afraid to put my stop on entry and wait for PMI, right? So if the PMI is around the expectations or lower, most probably you are going to hit our target around 6160, 6150, right? And you may take partial profit there, right? And wait for eventually wait for the ADP, good ADP, strong dollar, and we may see 160 or below 160 on pound USD. And if we are going to switch to weekly chart, right? The level 6120, slightly below the target on a lower time frame, around 6160, 6150. And if this supply line holds, we may see the prices going back toward the place where markets show the weakness last time, 58. Okay, so that's the plan for pound. So if you took the short morning as discussed, try to stay short with the stop on entry, right? Then of course it may happen that we are going to see some kind of the spike with stop hunting, but that could be that we are going to have better entry. To join the short side, right? If you are a bull, you want to see the stop around 6150, 6120, maybe stop hunting below 6150 towards 6120 and strong reverse there, right? So that's our plan for the pound. All right, guys, Aussie dollar hit that level. If you had the stop, depends. If you place 2 pips below the low, most probably you survive. If you place it the low, most probably you didn't. If you had an order here and here, you are still in, right? So that's what we were looking for. Now as we are going back within that broken range, I mean we are back into that range, right? You can see here. Just 1 second. Right, so we back into the range. So we should see the rally very soon. If not, if we see turnaround again, I will cut. I wouldn't wait for stop. I would cut below. That's just few pips. Depends where you bought it. So that's just few pips minus or 0 or +2. Doesn't matter. We should go to the upside from here. There shouldn't be hesitation. That's how this trade works. All right. Because otherwise, if we are going outside the range again, we will confirm the weakness. And overall, I'm bearish on Aussie. The thing we may see the bounce is this monthly demand zone, so we may see tiny bounce, but I would say that we are targeting 84.15, and most probably that's going to happen this month, right? So we were selling 670, right? No, 87. Just 1 second. Yeah, 87.70, as I put in the comment on Monday, right? So with this intraday long, let's see, move back towards this area, and again, if holds, then sell and try to trail the stop down. We should see, we may see fall towards 84.15 if you are a bear. Okay. Okay, if it's a bottom, let's adjust the line. And you are staying short as long as we are within the channel. Yeah. I'm done right now, guys. On euro pound. So no longer long. But I may play intraday. The monthly demand. So taking the stops. Sorry. Taking the stops below yesterday low, hitting the demand line, right? But it's not third, it's a fourth time already. So it may happen. Don't buy aggressively here. As it's not the third approach, it's a fourth approach, we may see simply collapse here, the same like euro dollar. Okay. So at the same time, I'm watching euro Aussie, and I'm almost ready to take out the trade, to stay with some profit. Let's see. Aussie, as we discussed it. Okay. Aussie is doing well right now. Dollar index just hit intraday supply zone, but just intraday. So at least we should retest the low here. So that could produce euro dollar rally, that could produce pullback on dollar yen. That could also produce dollar cut, but it's for dollar cut it's too early for me based on the weak Canadian data. Okay. So yeah, if you believe that the dollar got the chance to be weaker a bit, so you may want to try to trade via dollar index. But again, I wouldn't chase, guys, the market with many positions simply to avoid the case that we are going to be trapped around the ADP. And if you have few positions, right? So that could be the problem to manage all of them. Okay. So it's not that easy. If any demand, Euro Aussie, we should see the demand right now, still above our entry. That's where we saw the breakout, right? So simply we've had the perfect entry, which allow us to wait with the rest, right? To see if there is any demand here. So we may even, at some point, if you feel comfortable, if you believe that we are going higher from here, you see some kind of the pattern confirming that we are going higher, you may renew the 50%, right? It's up to you guys. With tight stop, we have everything on the entry level from yesterday, so plenty of possibilities. There is no confirmation as of now. Looks like we want to go lower here. Are we doing? We're doing good on this Aussie USD right now. Guys, something for something. I didn't know that we are going to make such a huge pullback within less than a few hours, right? So I thought that the breakout is real. The potential was huge. So it's all about the personal stuff. How me personally, how do I manage my position? All right. Also, I've shown you that the intraday guys, based on the hourly chart, there was a perfect rally based, right, fall. So we get back to the supply area. So intraday guys, I wasn't so happy because, as I've shown you, there was no 1, 2, 3 within the immediate reaction for me, right? But if you are short, or if you are listening me saying about this intraday potential supply, so you had plenty of possibilities to close your position earlier. Okay. Guys, unfortunately, I can't manage position in your on your behalf. Yeah, I was waiting for the higher prices. But it's, guys, it's showing that volatility is back. Volatility is here. We should be happy, right? We should be happy. Now the yen is a bit stronger. Pound yen is weakening a bit. Euro yen weakening a bit. Even dollar yen, we start this hour and we are lower right now from where we started. In regard, if you are long Aussie USD, so be careful here around 87.20. That's the 2 days ago close and yesterday open, and we fall below those this level. So it's where the supply can come in, as you can see. But still, we get back into our range, so I would say the target is the top of the range. It could be even higher if we believe that that's gonna be megaphone here. That could be even a bit higher towards 87.70, so towards our supply level. Let's see. So let's see. We've got like 7 minutes, 8 minutes till UK data. So let me check news services. Anything we should be aware of? Greek manufacturing PMI below 50, 48.4, previous 50.1. Weak. Guys, yes, that's the good question. Let's see what the number gonna be. That's possible, as I mentioned, to re-enter below the yesterday low, some stops right below the stops on the monthly chart, to eventually to rejoin, but as it's, let me have a look. Most probably it was the third approach, so we've got a chance to see lower low. Not necessarily. Low, lower low, and lower low. One, two, three. That also could be scenario that we had this three here. We may see Riley some stop hunting here and a sell-off. That also could be the case. Guys, that's the beauty of the market right now, right? The volatility pick up. Everyone, bears, bulls, can find something for themselves. So that's the beauty. The only thing, and unfortunately, as we don't have crystal ball, we are not gonna be sure. We may predict, we may try to predict, but I can't guarantee that we are going to be on the right side. That's the case, right? The volatility is back. The thing is, we have to try to read the market in the correct way to try to be on the right side of the market. And we may see even higher volatility before the ADP, before the ECB, as the market may want to try to position themselves. The guys may want to try to position themselves ahead of the main risk events or key risk events. Okay. 4 minutes to go. I would say that the only way is to try to buy extremes, right? If the first move is gonna to be try to fade the first move. I'm not saying that immediately, right? We know where the selling levels, we know where the buying levels, we know the areas of support, resistance. So any stop hunting, any reverse, that could be, that's dollar yen, sorry. That could be eventually, if you want to make quick intraday trade, so that could be the case, right? To selling eventually the rise above the high here, so some stop hunting, or you may want to see stop hunting below yesterday low, below 61, 60 or 50, and buying the deep, right? But again, be very careful. Don't try to have too many positions before the ADP, simply to not be trapped. Okay, so that's the important thing. Okay, 2 minutes to go. 1.5. Nothing special in regards to news services. So let's switch to 5-minute chart on pound. So that's manufacturing PMI. Expectations at just a bit higher, 0.1 than the previous one, 52.6. Okay. Okay. $51.6, so weaker. So weaker, and if you are short, stay short towards the target, right? We are going to hit the target most probably. So I would take 50% of the target. I would move my stop on entry. No, I'm not. And here I'm sick. Most probably some of you are still in that trade. I've been done on Think Forex. The bid side was fractal above the entry. So yeah. I was done on my platform, so I'm not long anymore. If you long and you see that we are move and close above 78, most probably we will try to go towards 78.30 and maybe higher. So looks like only me who was done with the short. So that's good. That's good. Stay long. Guys, the number actually very weak, but still above 50. But the number canceled the scenario to buy the extremes, right? Below the low. Let's leave them. At some point they will start to consolidate. For those who are short, take the partial profit at the original level we put yesterday, so 61, 62 most probably. Stick to the first target. take the profit at that level, all right? And then manage your position. Depends on the market is gonna to tell you, all right? Guys, I didn't suppose that's gonna be that nice. Pound short works out nicely. Euro dollar short work out nicely. Gold still around entry level. Aussie USD working very nice. All right. Overnight, our Euro Aussie, that was the great trade. If you are still long Euro Pound, great. So that's simply saying that's the perfect start into the new month, new quarter. Okay. Just be careful around ADP number. All right, guys. So we are going to have 8 hours tomorrow. We will start the same as today. So of course the beginning of the day, nothing special within the calendar. There is only construction PMI out of UK. So we'll have some discussion. We'll try to prepare towards the Euro ECB rate decision, ECB press conference, right? So most probably pretty busy day tomorrow. Guys, you've had a beautiful morning today, so just keep it tight, cool head. All right, be careful. As you see, especially based on Euro Aussie, it's good that we took partial profit. The reversals are very possible, so be very extremely careful. All right. Go to the bed earlier today. Be fresh tomorrow, big day. That's it today from my side. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you very much for almost 2 hours of your morning today. Wish you beautiful afternoon. If any questions, any hesitations, simply just let me know via email. We are here to help. Guys, thank you very much. Take care. Have a good day.